Hi, good morning, everybody, and a warm welcome from sunny Accrington here in the UK. If you've ever been to Accrington, I'm sure you'll agree that couldn't be further from the truth. I'd like to give you a brief overview on my company, Emerson+Renwick Limited. My name is Andrew Jack, and I'm the sales director for all of our business groups. I'd like to go through the background, the products and our capabilities. I'll try to be as brief as possible so as not to run out of time. Just a brief background of the business. E&R was founded in 1918, so we're over 100 years old. We're a privately owned business, again located here in Lancashire in the UK. We have a very, very strong experience in printing, coating, forming and vacuum processing, mainly of flexible webs and materials from non-wovens, foils, etc. A look at our company timeline. I don't intend to go through all of these parts because there's obviously a lot of information, as you can see here. But again, we began life in 1918. Mainly in the textile and leather industries. In the 50s, we moved to our current location here. In the 70s, we started to do a lot of work in wall coverings and had many sort of inventions and world firsts. In the 90s, we began making equipment for heat exchangers, for car radiators, for automotive, etc. In the early 2000s, we acquired the IP of the Dixon printing group. Dixon are a very old company. They were formed, I believe, in the 1890s, so even older than Emerson+Renwick. But we acquired their IP in the 2000s and now use that IP and some of their staff now in our coating group. In 2014, we divested the business even further by introducing vacuum roll-to-roll coating, which again we have a lot of expertise in here within the company. And then just probably our latest milestone really is the 2021, where we rebranded our business to become the E&R Group, sort of depicted with the 4 colours, as you can see. The company locations, we have 2 major sites here in the UK, in Accrington and in Altham, where we basically design, build, etc. the machines. In the USA and India, we have another 2 small-scale manufacturer, build and service centres, and in India we have a service and sales support centre. This basically gives you an idea of our sort of global presence, because we basically export 80-something% of our business worldwide. So the market areas, all the colours depicted here are our business colours, so E&R print, E&R forming, E&R coating and E&R vacuum. So the print group deals mainly in sort of wall coverings, but other printing sort of applications. The forming group mainly for heat exchanger, for automotive, for aerospace, in the tube forming, fin forming and core assembly business. E&R coating is our largest group and deals in laboratory scale all the way up to full scale production roll-to-roll machinery. And vacuum, very, very much the same as coating. It's our newest group, but we deal in laboratory scale all the way up to full scale production machines. Some of the example applications that we work in throughout all of our business groups are decorative wall coverings, displays, flexible electronics, again very topical here with the Innolae conference, solar control films, wearable technologies, again very, very topical in the energy storage for battery, for fuel cells, photovoltaics, heat exchanger components, medical materials, again very topical given our sort of current predicament in the world pandemic. So just moving on, so the product lines, as I mentioned, are our 4 main groups. So print, so depicted here are some of our machinery. The picture at the top is a very large wall covering line that's around about 60-70 meters in length. Some of the techniques we employ here are screen, gravure, flexo, digital print. There's a picture of our flexo machine also there. Our forming group, again, some of the pictures you can see tubes and fins. They're assembled together to make car radiators, and that's the sort of green picture in the bottom, again mainly for the automotive and aerospace industries. The coating group, just some of the pictures here are for battery machines, fuel cell machines, carbon pre-preg. We build equipment from small scale, so a couple of meters sort of size, all the way up to 30, 40, 50 meters and several stories high. So it's a very, very large scale production equipment also. Vacuum, again, our newest group. Some of the pictures here are for full scale solar cell productions. Also are pictured is our smaller sort of Genesis development machine, our flagship machine. Again, we produce in the sort of lab scale all the way up to production scale machines for various different industries. Just to give you a brief overview on our capabilities as a business. So within the business, we have a very, very strong engineering sort of background where we have over 30 full-time design engineers. The mechanical design guys will work, for instance, in 3D modeling, finite analysis. The software engineers, mainly in PLC programming and SCADA for the machineries. Manufacturing, we have a full machine shop where we have machines, milling machines, a 6 meter by 4 meter large milling machine for side frames. We build all of our own rollers and ties, so we're vertically integrated as a manufacturer. Our process side, we have full-time process engineers on site in our development technology center as well, so we can actually develop customer coatings to a customer specification with our in-house technology center and laboratory facilities. I'll show a little bit more of that later on. Some of the techniques we employ per our sort of business areas, atmospheric wise, everything in this sort of print, sort of from gravure all the way to flexographic inkjet, embossing, coating, from gravure, 3-roll reverse, etc. Slot die, where we can build patch slot die coaters, post-metered Meyer rod air knife, full drying systems for UV cure as well, air impingement and air flotation dryers. In our vacuum business group, everything from PVD, from sputtering machines all the way up to atomic layer deposition, and also reactive ion etch, and web conditioning systems such as plasma treatment, for instance. Some of our ancillary techniques, die cutting, slitting, sheeting, calendaring, etc. We use many different metrology techniques also. In our technology center, we have our Genesis vacuum coating machine. Again, our flagship machine. This can deposit metals and metal oxides simultaneously to create multi-layer coatings. To complement that, we also have an atmospheric coater as well, where we have various different techniques, from screen, 3-roll reverse, gravure, inkjet, knife over roller, so we can complement both wet coating and vacuum coating. So as well as that, we can also measure those in our laboratory, which is pictured here. So we have some very expensive sort of piece of equipment from SEMs, scanning and electron microscopes. So we can take a customer coating, we can deposit it in vacuum and atmospherically, and then we can actually measure and actually quantify the coatings that we get and then produce a detailed report. So to summarize, our tagline is engineering and innovation, which is a very good summary of our business. We've been around for over 104 years. We have over 50 world firsts and patents. We're a lab to fab business, so laboratory to full scale production machines. We have a dedicated development team within our tech center, as I've just shown, and we believe we're the only company in the world offering full roll-to-roll solutions for coating and laminating, vacuum, print and forming. If you'd like to find out more information, you can check out our website, which is www.enr.com, where we have a lot more, obviously, information on there. Thank you very much for listening.